Momentum returns now. Power surges higher. Speed becomes strength. Rival at full throttle in theaters now.
Well, Democrats obsess over pronouns. Trump just weaponized AI, Saudi billions, and McDonald's into an economic revolution. He's not just bringing back jobs, he's building a parallel economy that cuts out the woke middlemen. The establishment's freaking out because they can't stop it. Now, this is bigger than politics. It's economic war. You see, Trump dropped 3 economic bombs in rapid succession. First, he's demanding one federal AI standard that protects kids while preventing censorship, killing the blue state's plan to embed DEI ideology into AI models. Remember the Black George Washington? Yes, that's what happens when woke programmers program your future. And then what was the other one? Second, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman announced investment in America exploding from $600 billion to nearly $1 trillion. Not in ESG fantasies, in real factories, real steel, real jobs. And third, Trump stood before McDonald's franchisees as the first fry cook president, announcing the largest tax cuts in history with no tax on tips or overtime, while elites sneer. He's building a coalition of workers, manufacturers, and entrepreneurs that transcend party lines. Even former Democrats like Tim Pool are calling Trump a godsend for the working class. And speaking of industrial might, the Trump administration is backing it with action. Their latest executive order 14241 identifies Alaska's Palmer project as vital for national security. This is not bureaucratic paperwork. It's about securing the copper, the zinc, and the silver that our military and energy grid desperately need. Now, Vizsla Copper, they saw the opportunity, acquired Palmer, and that's put them in the center of America's push for mineral independence. With an estimated $3.5 billion in-ground value, and the team that built Vizsla Silver into a billion-dollar company, they are positioned for explosive growth. Other Alaskan miners with government backing saw 200% gains. Now, Vizsla trades as VCUFF in the U.S. Definitely worth investigating at the link down below. Now, the McDonald's summit revealed the real Trump economic doctrine. He reminded franchisees how Obama's joint employer rule nearly destroyed their independence, treating them like corporate slaves instead of small business owners, and they erupted. Trump killed it. Now he's promising they'll never see it again, but here's the kicker. 1.9 million more American-born workers are employed today than when he took office. Hourly wages are rising at the fastest pace in 60 years. Now, this is not trickle-down theory. This is bottom-up reality. When ABC News tried to ambush him, Trump destroyed them on live TV, calling them fake news to their face. Here it is. You see this? Still a lot of work to do. We're making tremendous progress.
Unless they come in legal. There's still a lot of work to do, and we're making tremendous progress. 1.9 million more American-born workers are employed today than when I took office. Think of that. 1.9 million more today than when, and these are American-born workers. Nobody thought that was possible. And we have the strongest borders in the history of our country. Nobody comes in unless they come in legally. You see the numbers. Everyone thinks it's impossible. A year ago, millions of people were storming our borders. Today, they only come in if they come in legally. And wages for hourly workers are rising at the fastest pace in 60 years. But there's still a lot of work to do.
I don't know, man. He's making me kind of hungry. You know, you got to love the McDonald's French fries, though, right? You got to love those. Here. President Trump tells him this.
Really the heart and soul. I'm thrilled to be here with the men and the women who are really the heart and soul of one of the greatest, most admired, and most successful companies in the history of the world, frankly. The one and only McDonald's. I've gone there a couple of times. And I'm honored to stand before you as the very first former McDonald's fry cook ever to become president of the United States. And I actually was there for about 30 minutes, and that was 30 minutes longer than Kamala was there. Despite her job at McDonald's, that didn't work out too well. And the person at McDonald's that informed us off the record that she never worked there, whoever you are, We appreciate that. That was very nice. I'm thrilled.
Yeah, Kamala tried to paint herself like she worked at McDonald's, but Trump actually went to McDonald's. Oh, that was a hilarious moment. Okay. This is good.
As you may have heard, I'm also one of your all-time most loyal customers. I really am. Well, I think that's good. I'm pretty sure that's good. While other politicians fly around on campaign planes stocked with expensive catering, on Trump Force One, prior to ascending to Air Force One, which is quite a nice plane also, we served only McDonald's almost every time. On occasion, we couldn't find one, which is pretty hard to believe. We'd go another route, but we really did. You fed us very well, and I even got Bobby Kennedy to eat a Big Mac. And he told me he loved it.
He loved the Big Mac. Check this out. Here's more.
Of an amazing 1 in 8 Americans works behind the counter of a McDonald's franchise at some point in their lives. Yeah, we heard about that. I heard about that. Wasn't true in that particular case, but for tens of millions of our citizens, the road to the American dream starts beneath the golden arches, beautiful golden arches. So to each and every one of you, thank you and congratulations on 70 years of American greatness. Congratulations.
No, I'm getting hungry, man, for real. Like, I don't know. I would love to have some French fries right now. Okay, where is the clip? Oh, this is the joint up. This is funny.
Stopped a mortal threat. As you know, in my first time, I also stopped a mortal threat to the franchise business model by terminating Obama's infamous joint employer rule. Joint employer. In other words, you were screwed. You would have been mortally wounded, perhaps. I said to a couple of the people, what would have happened if that? Sir, please, I'd rather not talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. I ended it. You got lucky on that one, let me tell you, because I said, really, I asked one of my guys, because when I was coming over, I saw that in the speech. I said, what does that mean? He said, that would have been death to businesses like yours and others. It was just, these people don't care. They didn't care. But I ended it, and I think that's one of the biggest things that you'll ever have done for yourselves. I think that's the biggest thing that can ever be done for you. We mentioned all these different items, but that's the biggest by far for you. As long
They loved him there. Now, President Trump opening new avenues of cooperation between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia, unprecedented.
That it will invest this opening up of the new avenues of cooperation between the United States and Saudi Arabia is really unprecedented. And on that trip, Saudi Arabia announced that it will invest an incredible $600 billion. That means jobs. That means jobs. It's also good for your companies, but I'm only interested in the jobs for your country. I'm not interested in the profits, but I guess the profits are there too. But $600 billion in the United States. And today I said, any way you can up that? And he said, I am going to up that to $1 trillion. So he's investing $1 trillion into the United States.
$1 trillion invested. Senator Tim Scott, the president, is committed to make sure every single opportunity is on the table.
The president is committed to making sure that every single opportunity is on the table. But let's not forget the working families tax cuts. All the big benefits kick in this year coming. In January, we'll start seeing the benefits of no tax on tips. When you do your taxes, you'll have more take-home pay. No tax on overtime, more take-home pay. No tax on Social Security, more take-home pay. So many of the benefits of that working-class tax cuts, they don't kick in until next year. And thank God we're less than 60 days away from the beginning of a brand new year. 2026 will be the year of affordability.
2026, man, I can't believe it's around the corner. America is entering a new era of prosperity thanks to President Trump. forging deals with Switzerland and Korea, Latin America to remove trade barriers, attract new investment, unlock markets for U.S. exports. Look at the headlines. Newsmax, White House trade deals with 4 nations, boost farm industry. The Wrap, MPA applauds U.S.-Korea deal for resolving unfair trade practices impacting Hollywood. Barron's, U.S. announces new trade deals with Argentina, Guatemala, Ecuador, and El Salvador. Trump secures new trade deal frameworks for Europe and Latin America. I mean, just look at that list. Did you see headlines like this when Biden was in office at all? That guy was asleep at the wheel. AutoPen was running everything. 5 hours ago, Trump posted this through social. Investment in AI is helping to make the U.S. economy the hottest in the world. But overregulation by states is threatening to undermine the growth engine. Some states even trying to embed DEI ideology in AI models, producing woke AI. Remember Black George Washington. We must have one federal standard instead of a patchwork of 50 state regulatory regimes. We could do this in a way that protects children and prevents censorship. David Bromwell, manufacturing technology manager at energy equipment manufacturer GE Verona, discusses what the Saudi investment in the U.S. means for American jobs. $1 trillion, folks.
And I have a man, David Bromell.
Yes, sir.
David, could you say a few words about what you're seeing on the job front and all of the some of the assets, and also how we've been helped by the Saudis in terms of the kind of investment they've made, please?
Yeah, most certainly. Thank you for the opportunity. I am a facility leader for GE Vernova. And if you look at the landscape for GE Vernova investment, over $750 million in the U.S. focused on true manufacturing jobs here stateside. We're looking at tripling the output of our Greenville, South Carolina facility, where we make the gas turbines that are supporting U.S. needs as well as the Saudi Arabia needs.
Right.
So real jobs, $300 million in gas investment, resulting in over 500 pieces of new equipment being installed in the Greenville, South Carolina facility. That translates into roughly 1,800 jobs across the board for GE Vernova as we try to scale capacity to be able to meet this demand. Along with that, we're partnering with local communities to build the skill set that's required to meet these capacity needs. So that talent pipeline is incredibly important. So it's real jobs in the manufacturing space.
And I have a man,
That's absolutely
David.
amazing. Dude, we are entering an era of prosperity we don't even know yet. Tim Pool was on Jesse Waters. He writes, former Democrat Tim Pool says Trump's been a godsend for U.S. manufacturing.
Owner, it's sad for me because in 2020, I actually was a very big supporter of the Democratic Party. I donated the maximum to Tulsi Gabbard. She's now a Republican alongside Trump. I hear Trump talking about tariffs. I understand this. I am a business owner. I own a skateboard company. We make all of our products in America, and I know what it means for an industry to outsource those jobs. And I agree with these tariffs because it's been a godsend for the manufacturing in this country, real Americans to get work, to benefit our culture. And when I look at Democrats, what are they talking about? They've got Mamdani talking about free buses and faster buses. He has no authority to do that. Chuck Schumer is infighting with Democrats, but the socialists are likely going to take over that party. I don't recognize them anymore. And it's strange to me that after all of my years, I'm going to be 40 in a few months, the Republicans are the party of the working class and of the manufacturing jobs. I wish we had real political competition in this country, but we just don't.
All right, so it looks like the Republican Party may be competing against the socialists. It looks like Chuck's on his last legs. And like Gavin Newsom, of all people, is like the one semi-normal Democrat that's like keeping everything at bay. I mean, is this what we're facing?
I'm pretty confident going into these midterms now. The past couple of weeks are a little worrying with the infighting on the right with some of these foreign policy issues. But, today it seems like Trump is back on message. The infighting is sort of dying down. And when it comes to what the Republicans have to offer, we have wasted a little time on the old Epstein debacle, but maybe that's just political strategy. I got to be honest. I look at the Democrats And with the future of the party being AOC and Mamdani, they don't have anything tangible to offer. In fact, I'm seeing reporting now that Staten Island wants to secede from New York City because Mamdani does not have the confidence of even his own city. So I can look at Trump and I can understand tariffs. I can understand these tax policies, these dividends. They make sense. I don't see.
They make sense. And it looks like those checks are going to be showing up next year, and we are just around the corner. Here is the moment that the Saudi Crown Prince made the big announcement.
By detail, Mr. President, today and tomorrow we're going to announce that we are going to increase that $600 billion to almost $1 trillion of investment, real investment and real opportunity by details in many areas. And the agreement that we are signing today in many areas in technology, in AI, in earth materials, magnet, etc., that will create a lot of investment opportunities.
So you are doing
countries.
that now. You're saying to me now that the $600 billion will be $1 trillion.
Definitely, because what we are signing, it will facilitate that, and we,
I like
we
that
will
very
build on it.
You work hard. That's great. I
That's
appreciate
great
it.
indeed, man. Here we have President Trump nuking fake news. Uh-oh. Another fake news moment in the Oval.
Murder of a journalist. Is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust
are you with?
And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the
But the
worst.
question is
One of the
legitimate,
worst
sir.
in the business. But I'll answer your question.
Thank you.
I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. They do business all over. They've done very little with Saudi Arabia, actually. I'm sure they could do a lot. And anything they've done has been very good. That's what we've done. We've built a tremendous business for a long time. I've been very successful. I decided to leave that success behind and make America very successful. And I've made America more successful by far than it ever was, and that it ever could have been, no matter who was president. There would be nobody bringing in $21 trillion. That I can tell you right now.
Is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family?
So the death blow to the establishment narrative came from GE Verona, their Greenville facility. Tripling output because of Saudi investment, real factories, real machines, real American workers. While Democrats push climate fantasies, Trump is delivering a manufacturing renaissance funded by foreign capital, but built by American hands. The party of faculty lounges just lost the working class forever. And in one day, Trump claimed AI from the woke mob, locked in $1 trillion in foreign investment, and cemented his bond with every fry cook and factory worker in America. He's not playing their game anymore. He's building his own economy. No DEI algorithms, no ESG scores, no elite gatekeepers, just American workers getting paid. The establishment can't compete because they don't understand it. They're still pushing regulation while Trump's pushing paychecks. They're programming AI to lie while he's programming factories to produce. They're lecturing about pronouns while he's eliminating taxes on overtime. Here's a question. We can talk about it. Do you believe the future belongs to the people who work or the people who lecture? Yes or no? Let me know below. And you can support the movement. Grab your gear at our merch shop. Every purchase funds more truth they don't want told.